Hello, hello, everyone. Oh, man, I'm giggling already. It's Monday morning. At least I'm giggling and not crying, but it is Monday. Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are having a magical start to your Jedi Mind Trick Friday. Hello there. Today is Friday. That's right. We can do that. It's Monday. We're allowed to say it's Jedi Mind Trick Friday. But hey, I hope you guys, no matter how you look at it, I hope you're having a magical start to yours. Grab some coffee, grab some water, grab a whatever you drink, grab it, and let's have a little chat this morning on the daily show. Um, all right, let's start with the with addressing the elephant in the room. I like to use that word addressing because I remember, and I think I've mentioned this before, this episode of The Honeymooners. I watch MeTV, all these reruns of The Honeymooners, and it has this one I really love where Ralph is telling his boss what a great golfer he is, and he's never golfed a day in his life. So he has to learn how to play golf because they're going to play in a tournament. So he calls up, or he calls down Ed Norton and is like, "Oh, I need to learn how to play golf." So they get like this how-to golf manual, and they're reading it in Ralph's kitchen. And so Ed grabs the manual and he says, "Place the ball on the tee and address the ball." So he places the ball on the tee, and then he stands up, and before he gets ready to hit it, he's like, "Hello, ball." And I thought that was the funniest episode ever that I've ever seen. Just, "Hello, ball." Addressing the ball. Oh no, here comes Donald. I'm glad Donald's coming because we have a special return today that I want to talk about in a few minutes. But let's get to the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant. Hello, elephant. Now, so I got a couple of messages on Twitter, on Facebook, asking if I write articles, because people know that I'm a writer in real life. Were asking if I write articles for this game page, this video game page called Game Rant. And I said, no, I don't write for anyone I don't write for anyone online at all. And they said, well, your avatar's face in Dreamlight Valley was on MSN today, on the home page. And I was like, what? Are you serious? And sure enough, they gave me a link. And there's this article called Dreamlight Valley, How to Craft Gem and Opal Road. And it has this picture of me making the Gem and Opal Road. It has my garden in the background with my Easter setup. Exactly. And it was pulled from one of my videos. So I'm going to link the article, and I'm going to link the video that it was pulled from in the description if you want to look at it yourself. But I was like, no. So I want to tell everyone, I don't care that it was used. You know what? I don't own the avatar. I just play it. It's not, there's no copyright there because we don't own our avatars. We have the right to play the game, but we don't own any of the properties in these games. It's owned by Disney. It's owned by the company of,
great.
The game developer owns everything. So you never own anything. Even if you pay for stuff, you never really own it. It's always owned by the game developer. I had to get out of here because they're going to talk over me. So no, that was not me. I was not, what was the name here? The name was Umama Ali was who the story was by. No, I am not Umama Ali. So no, I did not write that article. So let's put that to bed. All right, they just used in journalism we call that a hack. It's not copyright infringement because I don't own any of the stuff. The only thing that I own is the video that they got it from. And, a hack is just a person who doesn't really do any work. They just copy from other people. It's just a copy and paste for the most part. So, yeah, it's a hack, but it's not me. I did not write or work for Game Rant. So, let's clear that up. So, Game Rant, if you please, tell people that I do not work for you. All right? All right? Because using my picture and using the information from my video has led people to believe that I work for Game Rant. I do not work for Game Rant. So let's clarify that right now. All right? My name is not you mama. All right, that's put to bed. So let's see, what else do we have for news? You know, I was thinking, we have this new conspiracy theory, this new story, this new, I don't know what you call it, this theory, this very dark story about Ariel's mother from The Little Mermaid being killed by Captain Hook. We have this idea that that somehow Ariel was part of the Peter Pan story, because there was a picture of an old picture from the old classic Peter Pan that had Peter Pan surrounded by mermaids, and it had one that looked exactly like Ariel. And then in the movie The Little Mermaid 2, Ariel has this this flashback of her mother's death when Ariel and her sisters were kids, and in the flashback, it's in this cove, and they get attacked by pirates. And so now people are kind of piecing together that Ariel's mother was killed by Captain Hook, because she is actually part of the Peter Pan world, or vice versa. Peter Pan is part of her world. I think it's the other way around. I think she's part of, they're both in the same world. They coexist. Kind of like that old theory of Frozen and Tarzan, which is a brilliant theory. I love the story. I love, the imagination. Even though it was debugged, I thought it would have been a really cool story. If Disney did stories like that and linked those together, what a cool, story they would have. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really like the idea though of like Captain Hook going out and just wantonly harming people, but that happens. Look at Bambi, right? Look at Dumbo. It's just, it's sad. It's sad. We don't want sad. So, but that was the theory. But now I have a theory. Okay, I have a theory too. All right, we have the update coming out. I think the update is going to be announced today, update 5. There was this great big thing that it was going to be out today because of the clock was on, 6.5. Well, it's 6.5. We'll see if it comes. I was thinking tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. So I'm going to call it for, I don't know. I'm going to say Wednesday. I'm going to say Wednesday it's going to be here. That's my theory. But that's not my real theory, okay? My real theory is they announced that we have this roadmap that we're going to be going by. We have Update 5 coming in June. We have the next update coming midsummer. We don't know the exact date. But we do have an exact date for the Beauty and the Beast realm, which is coming out in September. So somewhere between September and June is going to be the midsummer update. That's going to bring us Vanellope, because it said a new character races into the valley. I'm thinking, now, I don't know, but I'm thinking that at some point there's going to be a crossover between Speedstorm and Dreamlight Valley because of the racing factor with Wreck-It Ralph, and the racing factor, of course, with Speedstorm. And I think they're going to have a crossover with Dreamlight Valley. It would be genius if they did. If they don't, they're losing out on an opportunity to combine, because Dreamlight Valley and Speedstorm are from the same company. They're from the same game developer, Gameloft. I think it'd be a great idea if they had a crossover to put Vanellope in Speedstorm. We know she's coming for Dreamlight Valley. I think that'd be great. I think that'd be a great idea. So, and I don't work for Game Rant, so, these game ideas are just off the top of my head. And I'm not going to write them down. And my name is not you mama. All right, so let's get that. That's out and done. That's out and done. We're not going to talk about that anymore. But I will again put the link to that article and the link to the video that they snatched it from in the description below. You can look at it and you can see just where they took that picture. They even claim that picture is theirs. It says provided by Game Ray. I'm like, wow, that's pretty rude. Didn't even give me a video shout out. How rude. I would have liked that. I would have loved the exposure. I mean, what great exposure for the animals. I don't know how many people read Game Rant, but it was on the front page of MSN, so at least it would have given me some kind of exposure. Speaking of animals, we have a couple of stories from the animal world. You know how we are in this channel. We do the gaming stuff, and then we do the animal. We were talking about this before, how many horses have been injured and have lost their lives at horse racing, especially at Churchill Downs. And Churchill Downs has now, as of a couple of days ago, suspended racing after 12 horses have died. 12 horses have died in the past month. And so Churchill Downs has come out with a statement and said that they are going to suspend racing to conduct a top-to-bottom review of all the safety and surface protocols and integrity measures in collaboration and consultation with nationwide experts to see what's happening with these horses. End this racing. That's all you have to do. They're not going to end it because there's too much money in it for them, but that's wishful thinking, right? Wishful thinking. And the other stories, have you guys seen the stories about White Gladys? Now, White Gladys is a killer whale that is running around the Straits of Gibraltar in the Iberian Peninsula. And she's the oldest killer whale that is in that area, and she runs a pod of younger ones, and they're all named kind of the same. Like they're all named Gladys, but with like different colors, like White Gladys, Yellow Gladys, whatever. But all of the younger ones, they all kind of learn from White Gladys, and they're learning how to damage all these like sailboats that are passing by. They're ramming them and they're damaging them and they're sinking them. They've sunk a few. And they believe that there was some traumatic experience that happened to White Gladys that caused her to fear boats, to see boats as a threat. And now she's teaching her pod to attack the boats as well. Not harming people. There's never been a documented death to human death because of orcas in the wild. In captivity, yes, they have had, they've harmed their trainers, but never in the wild has an orca killed a human. But now we have, I guess, 200 attacks in the last year. 20 attacks just last month on these boats that are passing through the Straits of Gibraltar. And these whales are attacking. And from what I understand, some experts say if they wanted to destroy the boats, they would. They have the capability of just destroying them, but they're just disabling them, and sometimes they just sink. But now people are worried, myself included, that humans are gonna start retaliating and trying to harm these whales as they're harming their boats. That they're gonna, bring weapons and stuff. And please don't do that. Just don't sail there. Just don't bring your boat there. You have to you have to go out and sail, and don't do it. Don't go out there if you know that there's some possibility of an animal out there that's going to harm your boat. Go sail somewhere else. It's a big ocean. It's a big ocean, right? That's what I say. So, so that's the news for the animals today. Of course, we have our shelter animals and stuff that we want we want to take care of. So please, if you have the time, go out and spend it at your local animal shelter. And I do have a story coming up about that. We're going to do that right now when we read off the trivia. So the trivia for the day before yesterday, I wasn't here yesterday, of course, for Saturday was to finish the song Bibbidi Bobbidi Blank. What was the last word of that? And of course it was boo, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. I had it on my thumbnail, or on my title as Bibbidi Bobbidi June was the name of the video, which is kind of fitting because we're going to be getting the fairy godmother in the update number 5. All right. So the answer is boo. All right. Question for today is an easy one. It's going to also deal with Cinderella because we do have the fairy godmother coming in and a lot of Cinderella stuff, hopefully. So today's question is, what time did fairy godmother tell Cinderella to be home by because the magic would end? What time did fairy godmother tell Cinderella to be home by or the magic would end? All right, that is the question. That is the trivia question. Put it in the comments for 10 points. And the winner of whoever has the most points on June 21, it's coming quick, will be receiving $200 in either PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, or Steam. And we will find that out on June 21. Whoever has the most points will get one of those $200 prizes. Just one person, and just one prize. All right. Let us read the comments. We have Brenda McBride, who says, "Good morning, Gray Mane in chat. The fairy godmother's magical phrase is bibbidi bobbidi boo." That is correct. Thank you, Brenda. Good morning to you. DakotaTwilight, good morning, Dakota. Bibbidi bobbidi boo, says Dakota. Yes. Kristy Crow, good morning, Kristy. Kristy Crow says boo. You got it. Holly Larson, good morning, Holly. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. It was also a nice song. It was quite a catchy tune, wasn't it? Kristy Crow says, the last 4 I had of the codes, but the FOF codes, I never got them. Oh, I see. Gotcha. There was an announcement when those came out for the Festival of Foolishness on the social medias, but that was a while ago. We have Becky Henzel that says it may drop on the 5th. Well, today's the 5th. We hope so. Let's keep our fingers crossed. We have Yuri who says, wait, how do I get a golden path? Okay, we were talking about the golden path the other day, and that's referring to Speedstorm. The golden path on Speedstorm is what I was referring to, not in Dreamlight Valley. Okay, but because they're owned by the same company, we talk about them. Well, I talk about all video games on here, but specifically that, on that day I was talking about the Speedstorm golden path was being extended by 10 days. Now it's 8 days. I think maybe it's close to a week now and some hours. Good morning, gamers, or time of day for trivia. This one's so hard, but it's bippity boppity boo. That's true. Have a magical day. That's not meant to be hard. It's just meant for people that I know are listening, are watching the videos. It's not really meant to be. I'm not out to stump people. I mean, I'm going to give you points. This is not meant to be like Jeopardy. I mean, there are going to be some where they're harder because I like to, I kind of like to mess around a little bit, but there are days I say let's just make it easy and see who's listening, So yeah, it's not meant to be hard. Let's see. We have Angela Davis says, "Good morning for trivia. The last word is book. I hope you have a magical day." Well, it's boo, but I think you probably ran into your where your word has been changed by your phone or something. I'll give you the points, Angela. Everyone knows bibbity bobbity boo. Kristy Crow says, yes, I worded that wrong. I have no creepy crawlers in my house. That's good. I am glad you do not. Let's see. Kristy Crow says, my camp when I was a teenager was attacked by a black bear. Yeah, it can happen. If there's food around, don't leave food out. I mean, they love food. They'll get into anything if you've got it laying out. I mean, they'll go into your garage, they'll go into your garbage, they'll eat out of your bird feeders. If you have it out, they're gonna get it. If you have them in the area. It was a mama trying to feed her babies. Aw, we were asleep, no tents. My friend rolled over the top of me, and right at our head was the bear. She tried to attack the adults who were trying to scare her off, but she was more worried about her cubs. Yeah, you don't try to confront a black bear with babies because they are not going to back down. If they have babies, they will fight to the death to protect their babies. They're good mamas. It came down to it. If it came down to it, a black bear will harm you. It definitely will. So what happened to the bear, Kristy? That's what I want to know. What happened to the bear? I'm glad you guys are all right, of course. But I want to know what happened to the bear in that story. You know, because I hate it when, when they come in and they have to euthanize a bear because it's being problematic. Because if it has cubs, then, maybe it's got one cub that followed it, into the camp where people are at, and then they euthanize it, and they euthanize that cub too. But there might be, 2 or 3 other cubs that are out in the woods somewhere waiting for mama to come back. And what happens to them? They starve because mama's not coming back. So it's heartbreaking. This is why we tell people don't go near, don't go near any of the bears at like Yellowstone and stuff because they will put up a fight, and it usually ends up as, with human interaction, it usually ends up as bad news for the animals because they have to be euthanized. That's why that girl that was messing with the bison the other day, people were worried that, you're going to get that animal euthanized because you won't leave it alone. You're taking a stupid selfie. Put your phone down and get out of there. People have been so clouded by, having to have like a selfie. It's clouded their judgment. It's clouded their common sense. So don't be stupid, people, really. Don't walk up to a 2-ton animal with your little iPhone and try to take a picture. It's just stupid. Shauna Rice says, thank you, Kristy Crow. Yes, thank you, Kristy, for the codes the other day. Pink Rose says, happy day. Trivia answer is bibbidi bobbidi boo. Have a magical day. Thank you, Pink Rose. You too. Wyatt says, thank you. I haven't unlocked Forgotten Lands yet, and I get pumpkins. Right on. Have fun with those, Wyatt. RedK, it's bibbidi bobbidi boo, he says. RedK says, I think Kristy means for other villagers, not ours, like Mirabelle living in a cottage. I gotcha. RedK says, I love pizza. I had it every day for a week in high school because we had 2 lines, and I chose pizza. I would always choose pizza too. That's a good choice. I never tasted beets before. Some people love them. I only like beaches in video games where there's no IRL sand. Yeah, it gets everywhere. And here we go. We have Victoria Sullivan. Victoria S. says, hey, Greg, you guys remember Victoria? She was one of the group that joined when I first started Dreamlight Valley. She absolutely loved my interactions with Donald, and she had some hard times. She got a new puppy. How's the new puppy, Victoria? That's what I want to know. She says, you don't have to read this. And when you say you don't have to read this, that's a choice, right? You don't have to mow my lawn, but I'm glad you did. You don't have to carry in my groceries, but I'm glad you did. You don't have to read my post, but I'm going to read it because it's such a really nice post. If you tell me that you don't want me to read your post, if you don't want me to read your post on the air, please make it clear and say, do not read this on the air. If you say you don't have to, it's kind of like, well, it's your choice. It's your choice, Gray. And there's nothing in here that is bad, so I am going to read it, Victoria, because it's a beautiful, beautiful story, and I'm so happy that that you are well. Victoria says, "Hey, Gray, you don't have to read this. Just wanted to give an update. Life is going great. My own place, and I've been working at my local animal shelter part-time. Isn't that amazing? Good for you. I adopted a kitten. Her name is Urza, and we are currently putting together a program that allows our animals to go to the hospital and sit with cancer patients through their treatments. Isn't that the most beautiful thing? You have these these people who are at their worst, they're sick, and they want to be comforted. And you have these animals who are at their worst because they're trapped behind cages and they're scared. And you bring these two together and they comfort one another. What a beautiful, beautiful story. I'm so proud of you, Victoria. You have, my utmost respect. Very good, very good. We need more people like you on this planet. So big hugs, big claps. Thank you so much for doing what you do. And she ends it with Miss Donald, though. Well, he's around still, Victoria. He's definitely around. And how's your puppy doing? I remember that you got a puppy last time you were on the channel. How is your puppy doing? Thank you so much, Victoria. What a wonderful story. Shelby Banta says, boo. That is correct, Shelby. Thank you for answering. We got keyword. We got some keywords. Hey, everyone got a keyword. Pink Rose commenting on Diablo 4 Druid PvE leveling build. Pink Rose says, I decided to listen and watch a little. Thanks for keeping the gory things out. I will always keep out the gory stuff from games like Diablo. And if I don't, I'll put a disclaimer on, a warning, and I won't put a keyword in it. If I have like a video that I think the content is too strong, I will put a warning on it, and then I will not put a keyword inside of the video. I did that before, and I was like, it's not really. Some people don't want to watch these videos because they don't like, the gore. So if it has gore in it or anything like that, I will not put a keyword in it. But the one that I put up here is more of an instructional video, and it has no gore. It has some, me like, trying to kill some mobs and stuff. But they're just, it's like any other game that you go through and, like Jedi Survivor, and you hit things with your lightsaber. It has no gore or anything that would be close to that. But Pink Girl says, I'm glad you're having a good time with the game. I can hear the joy in your voice. Yeah, it's a fun game. I do enjoy it. It's kind of like, look, there's Donald. This is the first time I've seen him come onto the video in a long time. Look at this. Victoria, look at this. Wow, Donald, you are awesome. We haven't seen him do that. You know what? It's got to be some kind of good luck charm, because we haven't seen him in a long time on the Daily Show, and there he is. He's saying hello to Victoria. All right on, Donald. Nice timing. What was I saying? It was more of an instructional video. I think that's where I was. And I do like, to make them. Oh, I like. That kind of game because it's like Christmas. You're trying to find legendaries, right? You're going through all these mobs and all these towns and all these areas, and you're trying to get legendaries. And every time you get a legendary, every time one drops on the ground and it shoots up that beam of brown, you're like, oh, it's Christmas. What am I going to open? What am I going to get? Am I going to get a brand new sword? Am I going to get a brand new chest? What am I going to get? A brand new helmet? And it's like Christmas. It has that kind of like addiction, right? That's what it is. So Thank you, Pink Rose, and I appreciate you watching the video. As I said, I will never put any if it has anything in it that I think is remotely, not meant for a G audience, I will write across it warning, and there will not be a keyword in it or trivia. All right, there will be nothing in it that is meant for our contest. So that you have my word on. All right, we've got another comment from Jacqueline Morales Steffs. Jacqueline says hello. She's commenting on how to make pan-seared tilapia and vegetables. She says, hello, thank you for sharing your knowledge of the game with us. I have a question about this recipe. Your completed dish photo is different from my completed pan-seared tilapia and vegetables, and I use the exact same ingredients as you did. There might be a glitch in the game. Thank you for your time, Jacqueline from Texas. No, Jacqueline, it's not a glitch, okay? They updated it. They changed around a lot of the recipes on December the 6th of last year, but now they've updated, because I went and before I came and did the Daily Show this morning, I went and I caught a tilapia and I made that recipe to see what it would come out. And it is a different graphic. The dish itself is a lot different than what's in the video, but it's the same thing. It's the same. You end up with the same. When you put in your tilapia and your two vegetables, you still come out with the pan-seared tilapia and vegetables. It's just that the picture is different. So they've updated their graphics is all. And that happens, because this is an early access game. So things are going to change because they're always adding new stuff that they want in the final version of the game. So that picture has changed, but it is the same recipe. So there you go. Hope that answered your question. And that is the last comment, question, opinion, critique that we have for this morning's Daily Show. So let's head on up to the shop. I want to see what's up there. Let's see. Let's go to the map. We got to get some stuff in our inventories here before. I just want to clear out the store and see if there's any new stuff that they're going to put in with Update 5. If it's going to come today, it'd be cool if it came today. I think it's going to come Wednesday. That's just my, that's my theory. But I'm going to say Wednesday. But I am probably going to be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But if it comes on Wednesday, I'll say I knew it all along. If it doesn't, I'll say don't quote me on that. Because, it's the Game Rant thing. I do not work for Game Rant. All right. That's funny. Okay, here we go. We have got $16,000 in the $40,000 showcase window. We've got the futuristic blue jumpsuit from Wally. That's a lot of cannolis. $16K for that. I see a new chair over there I just passed. That looks awesome. $3,000 for the black jean overalls. All right. I think it's a Toy Story chair. Exciting. $750 for the red headscarf. It reminds me of Little Red Riding Hood. $1,200 for the silver Dreamlight signet rings. $4,000 for the brown foodie loafers from Ratatouille.
Goodbye now. Toodaloo.
$2,000 for the black over-the-knee socks. $420 for the tan pleated skirt. You guys even notice that I changed my jacket? $13,000 for the khaki jodhpurs from Tangled. I changed it the other day when we did the Daily Show Saturday morning. We've got $4,800 for the dark blue layered turtleneck. $1,500 for the
greetings,
gold trimmed diamond tile wallpaper. I'm going to take that.
Ho-ho!
I like the decorative
Goodbye
stuff.
now. Toodaloo.
$528
Oh,
for the
greetings,
white
neighbor.
triple drawer counter with white marble top.
Ah. Thank you kindly.
$57.60 for the virtual desktop from Wreck-It Ralph. I'm kind of excited for Vanellope.
you
I think she's
kindly.
awesome. I hope they do have a crossover. It'd be cool. $4,800 for the
dear.
half cup chair from Toy Story. That is gonna be mine.
Woohoo!
That's cool looking. I want one of those for my
Bye-bye.
kitchen, my real life kitchen. $21.40 for the ornamental palm fronds from Moana.
Goodbye now. Toodaloo. Oh, greetings,
Wicker
neighbor.
bar stool from Moana.
Ah. Bye-bye now.
$810
Greetings,
for the
neighbor.
cactus on a pedestal.
Oh. Thank you kindly.
$360 for the
greetings,
disposable camera
neighbor.
from Lilo and Stitch. I haven't seen that before. I want to grab it.
Oh.
Let's see here. What else do we have? Oop. We've got two counters. $660 for the
greetings,
blue L
neighbor.
kitchen counter.
Ah. Bye-bye.
And $4,400 for the L counter.
Oh. Thank you kindly.
$4,800 for the homie rug from Tangled. Pretty sure I've already got that.
Bye-bye now.
$6,400 for the
dear.
suspended shelf from Wall-E.
Thank you kindly.
And we've got $8,800 for the
greetings, neighbor.
exec desk from Wreck-It Ralph. I almost said that wrong. All right, that's going to do it for today's Scrooge's Daily Inventory. Let us go outside and finish up the shoe. Time to finish up the shoe. Oh, man. All right, everyone. I hope you all have a magical Friday. Jedi Mind Trick Friday. And please take some of that magic, spread it around to your friends, your family, your pets, everyone that you run into this morning. Wish them a magical day, because that, my friends, is of course how we change the world. Please, 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 please share, like, comment, subscribe to this channel, and pass it on to your friends and your family and your pets. Your co-workers, anyone that you might know that would want to listen to me every morning ramble on about animals and games and life. And you know what, my heart is so happy today, because thank you, Victoria, again, for that wonderful story of working at an animal shelter. How terrific is that, everyone? How terrific is that? I mean, my heart is full today. Thank you so much. Please, everyone, go to my Twitter, go to my Facebook, and share the animals that are in animal shelters this morning that want out. Please do so. There are some beautiful dogs and cats that really, really want a loving home. If you know any fosters, if you know any adopters, if you know any rescues, please send them the links to these dogs and cats. I would so much appreciate it. Be the change. Be the change. You know what? We've seen a lot of heartache. I saw a lot of heartache this weekend. I put a video up on my on my Facebook by Harry Styles. And it just says everything that I was feeling after after I had to read a few of the stories from the animal shelters. And so, I mean, but we're going to keep on fighting, and that's the thing. It's not about having losses. It's about getting wins. It's about winning. It's about, even though we struggle, it's about, having to get up and dust ourselves off And we don't let down. I had a friend that asked me the other day saying, I was watching this video from China where this man he harmed a dog. And, I had a friend that asked me, how do you see this? How do you watch this all the time? How do you watch this all the time? And I said, because if I didn't, who would call these people out? Who would hold these people, accountable if I ignored it, if I buried my head in the sand? Who would call it out? There'd be no one. They would get away with it scot-free instead of having people there to call them out. And that's why I do it. It doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt me. It doesn't mean that I don't feel anything. I do. I'm always, always hurting because of it. But who is going to be the blockade if there's not people out there to call these people out and hold them accountable for the things they do? Then they just have if there wasn't people like that out there, then they just get a free pass to keep doing it. And I'm not gonna allow that. I'm not going to allow that. I'm going to stand in the way, and people that support me, I absolutely love you all. I thank you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here and listening to me every morning, just about every morning. And I will see you all later on today and on the Daily Show tomorrow morning. Have a wonderful Monday, everyone.